Okay, so we're back. We had some technical difficulty again. We just got this camera and we're, learning it. It's first videos we've done. And then Patty went to lunch with a friend, and I had lunch. So now it's a few hours later, and we're back at the tomatoes.
Yes. So where we left off, we were talking about how we used these small cages our first year, and it ended up being clunky because our tomatoes outgrew it very quickly, so we had to have ropes and chairs and all sorts of silliness. So it took us a couple of years and a couple of iterations until we finally came up with this that we built. It's a little bit tippy right now, but it doesn't really matter. So the cool thing is we can take it down in the winter and just put it away. And then when we build it in the spring, there's this basic structure, but then we can add cross pieces wherever we want so that as the plant grows, it's well supported. So what we have here is 3 different kinds of tomatoes. These are cherry, called Sun Gold, that are super delicious, and orange. Todd's giving you a nice close-up. And then we also have 2 kinds of Romas, which I really just use for canning. I make a lot of tomato sauces and tomato paste for the winter. And then down at the end we have one called a Brandywine, which is a really nice beefsteak. So this is the Brandywine. I think there's one down there that I'll be eating tomorrow for lunch. You can see it sort of tucked in there. Super delicious. The rest of this bed is a mess right now. So you can see, if you pan over here, Todd, these are all various kinds of potatoes. And where Todd is standing right now, there were potatoes up until this week, and I pulled them out. So these are actually ready to harvest, but because I just harvested a bunch of potatoes, I won't, because that is the best place to keep them. They stay a great temperature, they stay the right moisture, so that's actually the best place to store them, at least in the short term. So that's all potatoes. This was potatoes, tomatoes, and then these are all bell peppers, or peppers of various kinds. So I have pepperoncinis, and this is called a Purple Beauty. You can see there's a couple of them on right now. And then Golden Treasure, and there's this other one called this is called a New Mex Joe Parker. This is the variety. You can see I have a couple of those on. These are really fun because I'm learning how to stuff peppers, which is great fun. So this bed I'm actually about to put on onions and carrots for winter. So it looks terrible right now, but I will churn in some compost and it will be a thing of beauty very, very soon. So then the last thing that I wanted to show you is where we're going to plant the apple tree. So remember we had talked about that apple tree against the house.
That apple tree right there.
It just gets too much shade and it needs much more than that. So we're going to plant it right back here. So there's this nice space between the edge of the keyhole and the edge of the retaining wall. So it's sort of unused space, and I could plant production food like a vegetable, but it's also hard to get to. So planting the apple tree here will keep it out of the way, and it will be a kind of a centerpiece, but it won't be in the way, and it will get enough sun, plenty of sun. So that's it. That's our yard. This is sort of my passion and hobby, and Todd is phenomenally great about building the infrastructure, aka the keyhole and the playhouse. So that's it.
And I hope you enjoy this. We love you. Bye.